Hello everyone, I'm Noah and welcome to another episode of the Nerd Talk. Today we are taking a deep dive into the world of BioShock, the world of Rapture City. BioShock is one of the most iconic first-person shooter games to come out over the years. From the guns, to the plasmids, to the creepy atmosphere, the little sisters, the splicers, and the story that is hidden underneath the surface. This is one of the best first-person shooter games to come out over the years, and I love this game, and I can't wait to take a deep dive into this, so let's roll the intro and hop right into the video. BioShock is truly a masterpiece of a game, but what makes it a true masterpiece? While yes, it does have awesome gameplay mechanics that we will hop into later, I think where BioShock truly shines is its story. While if you were to run the game start to finish in a straight line, you would have a good story and an amazing time, it's what's hidden underneath the surface that truly brings the game to life. The main story is simple enough. You are a man named Jack who crashes at a lighthouse. After crashing, he enters the world of Rapture. Once entering the city, he is guided by a man named Atlas. He helps you to survive, getting you your first plasmids, teaching you about the little sisters and big daddies, and asking you to save his family. So off you go to save his family. But as you move forward, you are stopped by Andrew Ryan, the big man who created Rapture, and has his famous slogan, of course, "No gods or kings, only men." Andrew Ryan has become a dictator over Rapture, and wants no one to stand in his way. So, to stop you and Atlas, he kills Atlas's family. After this, Atlas decides that you are going to kill Andrew Ryan, and he sends you on your way to kill him. So you make your way to Andrew Ryan, dealing with enemies, gaining new guns and plasmids, and dealing with crazy psychos, such as an artist who is obsessed with his work, and his masterpiece, which is frozen dead bodies with 4 pictures, and you are forced to kill 4 targets to finish his masterpiece. It is pretty disturbing. After all of this, you come across Andrew Ryan, and before you kill him, he has this big monologue, which is one of the best monologues to ever exist within gaming history, and he drops a dirty little secret that has been hidden from you this whole time. And so I'll let Andrew Ryan himself explain it here with his famous, "A man chooses, a slave obeys."
The assassin has overcome my final defense, and now he's come to murder me. In the end, what separates a man from a slave? Money? Power? No. A man chooses. A slave obeys. You think you have memories. A farm. A family. An airplane. A crash. And then this place. Was there really a family? Did that airplane crash? Or was it hijacked? Forced down. Forced down by something less than a man, something bred to sleepwalk through life until they are activated by a simple phrase spoken by their kindly master. Was a man sent to kill, or a slave? A man chooses. A slave obeys. Come in. Stop, would you kindly? Would you kindly? Powerful phrase. Familiar phrase.
Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find it? Would you kindly find it? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
Sit, would you kindly? Stand, would you kindly? Run. Stop. Turn. A man chooses. A slave obeys. Kill! A man chooses!
Hurry now! Grab Ryan's genetic key! Now would you kindly put it in that goddamn machine?
So, the beans are spilled. It turns out you have been under my control this whole time, and there is no Atlas. Atlas is actually a crook named Fontaine, and he wanted Ryan out of the way so he can rule Rapture. And so you get help from Dr. Tenenbaum, who is a German scientist, who we will talk more about later, and she helps you to break the mind control. After this, you head on to Fontaine and you have a final showdown with him, and he has injected so much Adam into himself he has become a monster. But in all honesty, he looks like a big-ass Grammy Award just gained sentience, and it's kind of funny to me. Anyway, you battle Fontaine, and he is finally killed by the Little Sisters, and then the ending you gain comes from the choices you made along the way. A very simple choice. Did you save the Little Sisters, or did you harvest them? Now, the Little Sisters are nightmares in their own right. While they may not be an enemy who attacks you, it's what they do that's truly disturbing. Little Sisters feed off Adam. Now, what is Adam? Adam is what rewrites the genetic code of the citizens of Rapture, giving them abilities no normal human could have. Adam is what makes Rapture tick. But we'll get more into that later. So how do they feed off Adam, you may ask? Why, getting it off dead bodies, of course. Yep, that's right. They drink this stuff right off of dead bodies. To think, these were once little innocent girls turned into monsters to drain the Adam off of dead bodies. When you find Little Sisters, they have a protector. These are the Big Daddies. Big Daddies are scary, huge monsters in diving suits with drill hands or rivet guns, and if you even look at their Little Sisters wrong, they will come after you. But you have to bring down these big boys to get to the Little Sisters. So after you take them down, what do you do then? You have two options. You can either save the Little Sisters, this will give you less Adam, but guarantees a reward later on, or you can harvest them. What makes a Little Sister is a slug that has been implanted in them. So you can choose to harvest the slug, but doing this will kill the Little Sister, but grants you more Adam in that moment. So it comes down to you and what you want to do, and honestly your own morals. You can either save them, or kill them. Simple as that. Now then, let's dive into the story hidden around Rapture. We just went over the main story and the Little Sisters, but where BioShock truly shines in its story are the tapes you can find hidden around Rapture. All around Rapture you will find hidden tapes that explore deeper into the story of how the city fell to its knees, how certain characters you see drove deeper into madness. You will see how the Little Sisters and Big Daddies came to life, how Andrew Ryan built the city from the ground up and slowly became more and more obsessed with money and power, pulling cheeky strings to avoid paying for the right equipment, or threatening or even taking out those who got too close to him. These are all the pieces of the puzzle that help you to understand what Rapture truly is. It's not a utopia. It's not heaven. While at first it may seem to be, in reality, it is a prison for anyone who enters. A prison where perfection does not truly exist, where instead it is taken away from you. A place where you'll need more and more Adam to survive just for one day. A place of broken, spliced up people. Take for example this tape. Right as you're about to enter Ryan Andrews' office to confront him, you see a tape you can pick up. This tape is labeled Brainwashing Test. In this tape, the victim is forced to snap the neck of a puppy. It is truly terrifying to listen to. You hear the pleas of the victim and how he doesn't want to do it, resisting the brainwashing until he's pushed over and over until finally he snaps and does it. It's truly disturbing to listen to. But these tapes are what truly bring Rapture to life. While it's dark and disturbing, it helps to see what made the city fall into its knees. And they really add to the atmosphere. The tapes help you to connect to the characters, such as Dr. Tenenbaum. Each of her tapes speak more and more about the Little Sisters and Big Daddies. She will speak about the experiments done to the Little Sisters, and as you find more, you will see she feels guilty for what she has become a part of. She will talk about how it reminds her of the Holocaust, and what she went through there, how conditions for the experiments are just as bad or worse. She will share how she feels terrible about it all, and it really helps you to connect with her, to sympathize with her about the whole situation. So when exploring Rapture, take your time to look around and find these tapes, and dive deeper into the hidden lore that awaits you. Now that we have the story out of the way, it's time to take a deeper dive into gameplay. Gameplay in BioShock is what makes BioShock, BioShock. Yes, it is a first-person shooter. That being said, however, it's not just shooting guns every direction. The true essence of BioShock that makes it BioShock is your plasmids. Each plasmid has a different effect. From fire to electricity to even bees coming out of your hands. These are what are going to help you survive the world of Rapture. Each plasmid can be used in combat to trick enemies or stun them and damage them, but each plasmid also has different ways they can be used around the world. For example, your electricity plasmid can be used to shock certain doors that may contain loot inside. It can also be used to disable cameras and turrets. Electricity is also very helpful against big daddies. It can be used to stun them, giving you a chance to gain some distance or riddle them up with bullets. The fire plasmid is also useful. You can find doors that are frozen shut and use the fire plasmid to thaw them and open them up as well. You also have other plasmids, such as ones to trick security cameras and turrets into helping you for a short time without hacking them, or even brainwash a big daddy into believing you are one of his beloved little sisters to aid you in combat. It comes down to how you choose to play the game. You can go guns a-blazing and stun enemies you see, which is my style, or you can take it slower and set traps and trick your enemies. So play with the plasmids and find what works best for you. This whole game is about experimentation after all, so take your pick. All that being said, plasmids aren't your only weapons to defend yourself. Jack may be wearing a fancy sweater, but under that sweater, he's a tank built for combat. From his trusty wrench to whack enemies in the face, to a flamethrower with 3 different fire modes, to a Tommy gun, he is decked out for combat. I mentioned my preferred style is to stun and attack, and that is true. I love running the shotgun in this game. It gives a good kick along with a lot of damage, and applying my electric plasmid to that and stunning enemies so I can take them out in one shot. Again though, this comes down to your style, so play with the different weapons, see what works for you. It's all in testing out the plasmids and weapons and combos. Shock an enemy, then hit him with the wrench. Freeze an enemy, then shoot him in the face. Trap an enemy, and then send a grenade their way. Test it all out, find what you like. Next we have probably the most annoying aspect of the gameplay, hacking. Now, you can hack cameras, turrets, and even vending machines on your journey to help protect you or give you discounts. You have 3 options when it comes to hacking. You can either manually hack, which is a puzzle solver, you can pay out the hack with money, or you can use an automatic hack. I paid out a few times, but I would personally recommend that you use automatic hacks. However, at times they can be hard to come by, so if you choose to hack, be prepared for a minigame. Hacking is a minigame where you have to get a fluid from point A to point B. Your first few hacks aren't that bad, they're pretty simple, but as you go on, they get harder and harder, adding alarms and short circuits, and even giving you less time to find the missing pieces. And if you do fail the hack, an alarm will go off and drones will come after you for about a minute, so be careful when you choose to hack. However, not to worry, you can actually make them a little easier on yourself even if you don't have money or automatic hacks. As you move through Rapture, along with the plasmids, you will also find special tonics. These tonics are permanent and they boost your stats as you go on, from physical tonics to help you take less damage or use less atom when you use your plasmids, or even give you discounts at vending machines. You also can find some to help you hack. They can lower the hack difficulty and remove broken tiles and remove alarms. So if you're struggling a bit in the hacks, be sure to try and find some of these tonics for they can help you in the long run. Now, we already talked about little sisters and big daddies, but there's one more little detail. You see, I only harvested one little sister this playthrough, so I can have the footage of harvesting, but while yes it is true you gain more atom when you harvest right away, I think overall you will gain less atom if you harvest every sister you see. Each level has a certain number of little sisters, usually 3, and if you remember I stated that if you save little sisters you will be rewarded. This is true. If you save 3 little sisters in a row, Dr. Tenenbaum will send a little sister to a gatherer's garden to leave a gift for you. These little gifts will contain 200 extra atom along with ammo, new plasmids, or new tonics, so always be sure to use these gifts to your advantage. Lastly, we have the Gatherer's Garden. The Gatherer's Garden is where you can buy new plasmids and upgrade your health, atom, and even tonic slots. But all those slots and plasmids cost atom, so you need to get as much atom as you can to be able to gain these upgrades. Hence why I believe saving the little sisters will gain you even more atom in the long run. It may be a little more time consuming, but I think it's worth it. So, from all the firepower to the amazing plasmids and the hidden lore of Rapture City, BioShock truly stands out as one of the most iconic first-person shooters to ever come out over the years. While it is considered a first-person shooter, the true way to experience BioShock is in how you, as the player, play the game. Whether that be blasting everything in sight with a shotgun, or tactically laying out traps and taking a more stealthy approach, it's all up to you and what you prefer. You get to choose the path you take. You get to choose how much of the lore you will dive into, and you get to choose how the story ends, either being the hero of Rapture or becoming its newest nightmare. So there you have it guys, BioShock. One of my favorite first-person shooter games that I've played in a long time. And even though this game came out back in 2007, something like that, it still stands up today, and playing it on the PS4 with the BioShock collection is an amazing time. It's a fun game, from the little sisters to the combat to the story. It is truly a masterpiece of a game in my opinion, and I truly enjoy this game, and I know there's others out there that truly enjoy this game. So I definitely recommend playing this if you haven't played it yet. This video is definitely overdue. I've taken a long time to get this video ready. I took my time with the script, And I'm just really rusty, so it probably didn't turn out the way I really wanted it to, but I'm really rusty at it, but I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. But videos are going to take time like this. I know I've said before I'm going to try and get weekly and all that, but truly videos like this take time. I have to take my time with them to get them right the way I want them. So I'm going to be taking my time with them, but I'm definitely going to be getting more content out. And I feel like taking my time, even if it takes a few weeks, will help to get the videos where I need them. But I'm also still doing Let's Plays on my other channel and other videos there. And if you want to see my full Let's Play of BioShock, you can go check it out in the Spidey 2000 channel, which there will be a link down below or an info card somewhere here. You guys can go check that out. It's a non-commentary, but I'm also going to be doing normal Let's Plays and stuff over there. And next time, we're going to be doing Devil May Cry. I am super excited for that. I'm a huge fan of Devil May Cry. But nonetheless, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to click that like button, click that subscribe button, click that notification bell, all that good stuff. It really does help if you guys do that for me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.
Kiss your head when you cry.